Hi, it's Alana. Welcome back to YogaYin. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to go through a full-length fertility sequence today. This time it's for a student who has a number of issues going on. Although she does have a regular period and she is ovulating regularly, she's still not falling pregnant. So we need to look at other things. She does have what we call in Ayurvedic medicine a Vata constitution, which means she tends to be cold and dry. So we're going to warm up the body and try and moisten the body. There's also not a great deal of flow happening in the pelvic area, so we're going to try and increase that as well as increasing her egg quality. So please keep your feedback coming. Let me know how you feel when you practice this sequence. And if you'd like a personalized sequence of your own, please feel free to contact me at Facebook or on my email address, alana@yogayin.com. Namaste. Hari Om. We're going to come to our mat now and we're going to come into a lying position. First of all, with the legs extended all the way and the body all the way down to the mat, just lying in Shavasana, but palms facing down rather than up. I want you to just take a couple of deep breaths here. Just tune into how the body is feeling. And then when you're ready, I want you to bend your right knee and take hold of that right knee with the left hand and then gently twist over the body, looking towards the other side if that's comfortable for your neck, or then looking straight up ahead if that's more comfortable for you. If that's more comfortable for you. And I want you to just take a couple of deep breaths here. An angel twist. Breathing right down into the hips. And exhaling, just releasing. Good, and then come back to center and release that leg all the way down to the mat, and then bend up the left knee, taking hold with the right hand, coming over to the other side. Just nice and easy here. Not coming all the way down, but making sure that your left palm stays securely on the mat. Turning your head if that feels okay. One more deep breath. And then inhaling, coming back to center, hugging your knees into the belly. And then sliding your hands down to your ankles and placing the feet flat on the floor. Coming into Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. Now I want you to take your hands a little way out from the body, palms facing down. And then when you're ready, I want you to gently inhale and raise the pelvis. And then exhale, bring it back down. Inhaling, gently tilting, raising off the mat, and exhaling back down. We're going to practice this in a flowing motion. And now when you inhale, I want you to gently just roll your arms so that your palms are facing upward and you're coming up a little higher. And then exhale, turn the palms back down, body all the way down. So we're aiming to get our arms and our body down to the mat at the same time. Inhaling to start the movement. Coming up a little further and exhaling. Taking it all the way back down. And then again, inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling, coming up as far as feels comfortable. And exhaling. 2 more. Beautiful. And this pose is all about equality. This time we're going to come up and we're going to hold this position. We're going to hold it for 5 deep breaths. Let your belly be free. One more. And then exhale, release it all the way back down. Hug your knees into your belly once more. And just gently rock from side to side. Coming back to center. And then rolling off to one side so you can see me. And coming into a cat pose. Okay, so when you're ready, hands directly underneath your shoulders, inner elbows turn towards one another, knees directly underneath the hips. In a cat, and I want you to inhale, open out the throat. Try not to dip too much through the lower back. And exhale, curl and release your head. Inhale, open up the throat. And exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. And doing a couple more rounds. And really starting to move throughout that lower spine. So we're getting a nice undulation, but we're also releasing the cervical upper spine. Beautiful. Come back to center when you're ready. Sexy cat. Take your knees out to the side. And getting a nice flow through the pelvis. Releasing off the lower back. And the pelvic organs. Just making small circles with your buttocks. And try to resist the temptation to come backwards and forwards. Trying to just isolate buttocks. Now if you find this difficult, just practice from going from side to side. But if you can make the circles, do so. Let your belly be free. And then reverse. One side will feel easier and smoother. Don't worry if it feels a bit clunky. It's usually about tightness in the hips. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, come back to center. Bring your knees back in underneath your hips. And I want you to just stretch out your arms and bring your forehead to the mat. And take a couple of deep breaths here. Beautiful. And then take your weight forward. So my student that I'm working with has two things that we need to do. We need to increase the flow in her body, but we also need to ground the body, which means that we're going to do a combination of flowing postures and held postures. I want you to turn your hands out, inner elbows towards one another, curl your toes under, and yes, we're going to come into a downward dog. But I want you to walk through your feet, keep it flowing, working into the kidney meridian. Toning the kidney meridian. You can slow it right down if you wish to, make it very mindful. And then inhale and exhale. Come back into downward dog. Hold it for 5 deep breaths. Good, balancing the entire endocrine hormonal system. Walking the hands back now to the feet. Folding forward, taking hold of your inner elbows and let your upper body just drop. We're going to come into a series of standing postures. Now, if you are in your 2-week wait period between ovulation and menstruation, I don't want you to practice the following standing sequence. I want you to skip right through it and come back down to the floor practice. Soften your knees here, protect your lower back. Drop your hands to your feet and roll. Vertebrae by vertebrae. All the way back up. Shoulders, neck, head are the last to come up. Good. Come to the center of your mat. Finding now your Tadasana spine or mountain spine, helping to ground the body, helping with the anxiety. Feet are directly underneath the hips. Pick up your toes and spread them, plant them down. Press down through your big toes particularly, and then pick up your heels. And come back down. Take your body backwards and forwards. Press down through your big toes. Weight is slightly forward. Good. And then soften your knees. Tuck your tailbone under. Drop through the sides rather than the front of your body. Roll your shoulders back and down. Leave your core nice and soft. Energy going right throughout the fingertips. Looking straight ahead, dropping the chin so the gaze is level. Couple of deep breaths here. Lovely. Ideally, you should be starting to feel the weight in your feet, but we're going to help you increase that feeling. Now, we're going to come into tree pose. So when you're ready, I want you to bring the hands to Anjali Mudra, prayer pose. Feel the weight in your feet. And then shift your weight to the left foot and raise the right. And place it either underneath the knee, if that's comfortable for you, or up towards the groin. Be careful if you've got slippery pants. And we're going to hold it here at the heart. I want you to find a spot to focus on. On the floor, on the wall. I want you to take another 2 deep breaths here. Feel the breath of the heart. And then inhale and exhale and release it. Now if you need to come over to a wall to practice this and release Anjali Mudra, do. Alright, ground down now through that right foot and lift the left. Either under the knee or into the groin, never on the knee. We don't want to compromise the knee. And bring the hands to prayer. Again, find a spot to focus on. One more deep breath. And then inhale and exhale, release it. Step your feet out nice and wide, right foot out, back foot in slightly. So what I want you to do is to either bring your hands into reverse prayer, like so, or if that doesn't feel comfortable for you, I want you to take hold of your inner elbows. And when you're ready, inhale, open up the throat, and exhale, fold forward. Bringing your head towards your knee, keeping that knee bent if you need to, and taking a few deep breaths here. One more breath. And then inhaling, coming all the way back up, turning to center, outer edge of the foot parallel with the mat, unless you've got knee issues or ankle issues, in which case turn your toes out towards the corners. Inhale here and exhale. Folding forward, Prasarita Padottanasana. And then inhaling, coming back to center. So these poses are really good for the kidney meridian. Turning the other way now, left foot out, right foot in slightly. Inhaling, opening up the body, and exhaling, folding forward. Bending the knee if you need to. One more breath. And then inhaling, coming all the way back to center and releasing the arms. Keeping the feet out nice and wide now. We're going to practice in a flowing motion. Outer edge of the foot is parallel with the mat unless you have the knee or ankle issues. I want you to raise your arms out to the side and from your heart to your fingertips, Really open out. Inhale here, and then we're going to exhale, fold down towards that right foot, placing the hand either on the outside or the inside of the foot. And then we're going to inhale, open up the arm, spread the fingers, look towards the ceiling, and then exhale, look back down at the foot. And inhale, come back to center. We're going to flow from side to side. Inhaling, exhaling, down towards the left foot. Inhaling, opening out the arm. Exhaling, looking back down at the foot. Inhaling, back to center. Exhale and flow. Inhale and open. Exhale and down. Inhale, back to center, and continue. Flowing down. Inhaling, looking up. Exhale, looking down. Inhaling, back to center. Keep going. One more to each side. And then come back to center, gently just releasing here. And then walking your feet in a little closer. We're going to bend down and pick up the earth, not worrying too much about your posture here. Bring it to your heart, Qigong. Inhaling here, exhaling, taking it out to the side, pressing out through the heel of the hands. And then inhale, taking your arms behind, open up the chest, and exhale. Fold forward. Keep your knees bent. And either take the arms up, releasing off the shoulders. If it's too much, bring the back of your palms to your lower back. And just hang for a couple of deep breaths. And then release the arms, straighten the legs, and draw all the way back up from the body. Good. Bring the feet together. Tips of your thumbs, tips of your forefingers, Yoni Mudra. Close the eyes. Breathe down into the belly, which should be feeling nice and warm. Feel your weight in your feet. Feel the weight in the big toes. Eyes open, coming down to your mat. We're going to come into Balasana, pose of a child. So if you'd like to, I want you to grab a pillow. We're going to be here for a few deep breaths, so I want you to make sure that you're warm. So if you are in a cold area, on a cold day, I want you to wrap yourself in a blanket. Take your arms forward and release your head, or take a pillow and relax right down onto the pillow, or even a couple of pillows, and just release here. Breathe into the belly, let the belly be completely free now. And if you can, send your breath into the lower back. Good. Take another couple of deep breaths here. And then when you're ready, gently move your pillow to one side if you have one. Stretch your arms out, release the elbows, release the head. And then gently walk your hands into your body. Folding up your blanket. And I want you to place your folded blanket underneath your buttocks and take your legs straight out in front of you, keeping them a little distance apart. Good, spine nice and straight, arms along beside the body, tucking the chin in. Breath down into the belly. And then when you're ready, I want you to bend up your right knee. Take the sole of your right foot into the inner thigh and twist your body to the extended leg and keep your foot nice and flexed. Raise your arms up high in the air, and then we're going to fold down into Janu Shirshasana, head to knee pose. Now, if you need to bend up your knee in this pose, please do so. Don't compromise. Don't compromise your lower back. Otherwise, just take hold wherever you're comfortable. Inhale here and then exhale, fold. Two more deep breaths here. And then inhale, stretch out, bring your arms up, and then I want you to gently twist over that bent knee. Keep your extended leg nice and strong. Look over the shoulder. And then inhale and exhale, release your head and your arms. Come back to center, to the other side. Bend up the left knee. Keeping that toe pointed towards the ceiling. Reach your arms up and over your head, coming up and out of your hips. And again, take hold where you're comfortable. Bend the knee if you need to. Inhale and exhale and fold. One more deep breath. Inhale, stretch the arms out, coming back up, and now twisting over that bent knee. Two more deep breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Come right back to center. Okay, keeping that blanket underneath your buttocks now. I'm going to show you this from the side position. We're going to come into Paschimottanasana or full Western stretch. So I want you to inhale here. And again, if you need to, keep your knees bent. And exhale, fold forward. But we're going to practice this first in a flowing motion. So inhale, come back up. And exhale, release. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, and exhaling. Now if you're finding this pose a little bit easier than you normally would, it's because we've done so much perforation with the legs and the kidney meridian, just balancing that meridian. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. And this time we're going to come in, we're going to hold the position. Inhale, exhale. Take hold where you're comfortable. Inhale here and exhale. Fold the head down. 5 deep breaths. Slow your exhalation right down. When you're ready, inhale. Come up and out. Take your hands back behind you. Come off your blanket. And gently, just fingertips in towards the body. Point your toes. Open out your throat. And if your throat is feeling sore and dry, I want you to inhale and exhale. Open the mouth, poke out the tongue. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. One more. And then just close them out. Inhale, come all the way onto the back. Hands over the knees, Uppanasana. Small circles on the lower spine. And reverse those circles. Slowly, mindfully. Hug the knees into the belly. Take a few deep breaths here. And when you're ready, roll off to one side. We're going to come into Viparita Karani, legs up the wall. So coming into Viparita Karani, legs up the wall from the side, buttocks to the wall, blanket just underneath your head. And if it's cold, please place a blanket over you. I don't want you to get cold. Good. Now I want you to just breathe in deeply. And exhale and release. And we've worked with a lot of kidney meridian postures today. My students' kidney meridian needs balancing. But now we're going to open up the legs. Just into Supta Upavista Konasana. And just work with the liver meridian along the inside of the legs. Bringing your fingertips together, your thumbs tips together. Yoni Mudra. And if you find this posture too much, I want you to bring the soles of your feet together, your knees out to the side. Just extend your exhalation. Letting go of your day. Letting go of all the tension. Letting go of all the stress. Completely letting go. Two more deep breaths here. And then gently bring the legs back towards one another. Now, if you are in the luteal phase of your cycle, that is the 2-week wait, and you didn't practice the standing postures, I'd like you to stay here and legs up the wall for up to 10 minutes. Otherwise, just gently bend your knees, roll off to one side, come back to your mat, and I want you to come into a comfortable seated position. Whatever that is for you, either easy cross-legged or on the knees like I am, or in Siddhasana pose of a sage. Good. And I want you to bring your index and your middle finger to your thumb, like so. Palms facing down, just sitting them on the lap. Bring your awareness to your breath. I can hear my belly rumbling, which means I'm relaxed. So you should be feeling nice and calm at this point. We're going to come and practice a mantra now. And the mantra that we're going to practice is So Ram Hum. So just watching for the moment, what we're going to do, if you're comfortable to, close your eyes. Going to take a deep inhalation. And then exhale and chant So Ram Hum. And then take a deep inhalation in. Now if you find that chant is too long, just do it at your own pace. But mantra is particularly good for problems at the throat. This is about completely balancing the body. So when you're ready, close your eyes. We're going to do 5 rounds. Inhaling. So Ram Hum. So Ram Hum. So Ram Hum. So Ram Hum. Last round. So Ram Hum. When you're ready, gently float your eyes open. Take hold of your dominant wrist, that is the hand you ride with, behind your back, and gently bow towards your feet in a gesture of respect. Om Namah Shivaya. I bow to the greatness within. And gently come back up when you're ready. And finish bringing the hands to Anjali Mudra, prayer pose at the heart. And bring the hands to the forehead, clarity of thought and an open mind. And to the lips for clarity of speech and kind speech towards self and others. And to the heart for an open heart. Om Shanti. Om Peace. Namaste. So, in that fertility sequence, we've covered quite a few things. We have done a lot of practices for Vata, dry and cold in the body, increasing warmth in the body, increasing moisture. It's not too much of a dynamic practice because that is not great for Vata students. We've also worked quite strongly with the kidney meridians, so I'd like you to drink quite a bit of water after you finish this practice, just to flush the kidneys through. And we've also opened up the pelvis and really worked with the pelvis to get the flow of the blood down to the pelvis and stimulate it. So I hope you enjoyed that practice. If you'd like a personalized sequence of your own, please do contact me on Facebook or my email address, which is alana@yogayin.com.au. I'd love to hear from you. Namaste.